Hiya, Spence. All right? Look, I'd like you to meet Fred Martin.
How do you do? Go away. Sit down, have a drink. What do you have? Whiskey? Please.
Henry? No, thanks.
I've been hearing some interesting things about you, Martin. Henry tells me you're having a pretty rough time lately.
Oh, so, sir?
And Henry says you've got a lot of talent that's going to waste.
Henry told me. He said you've got some ideas of using it.
Possible. Know anything about these?
A certain amount.
Enough to open one?
It depends.
On what?
On how long I've got, what's in it, and where it is.
Well, it's got to be done quickly. Say a couple of hours.
Well, you can't burn them. They're made of a special alloy. Dissipates the heat. You have to blow them. Will that fit in with your setup?
I should think so.
Would you like to tell me the setup?
Possibly.
Look, why don't you two stop scratching around and get down to laying?
Right. A lot of preparation has gone into this. We've been working on it for 3 months.
What are you going after?
Cash. £50,000 in used notes.
Where do you expect to find all that amount of money?
In a bank?
A lot of money for a bank to carry, isn't it?
I know. But this particular bank does, under certain circumstances, and we happen to know when those circumstances will arise.
How do you know?
Listen, I've told you you're not dealing with a bunch of amateurs. We've been working on this job for months. We happen to have inside contacts.
What would my share be?
A fifth?
How can I be sure I get it?
How can we be sure you'll be able to open the safe?
Fair enough. When do we share out?
Immediately after.
And what happens to me then?
You stay with us in the hideout until the flaps died down, and then we beat it out of the country.
It's not going to be too easy. What about passports and foreign currency?
Well, we've taken care of all that. We've been collecting foreign currency.
Pretty. How do we get into this bank?
Through the roof. We've rented accommodation next door.
And what about the watchman?
He'll be taken care of.
Strong arm stuff?
What sort of setup do you think this is? Every night at 7, the watchman has coffee sent in from the local cafe. This coffee will be fixed to put him out long enough for us to operate.
And what about the strong room? Sometimes takes as long to bust in a strong room as it does to bust in a safe.
Oh, you don't want to worry about that, Fred. We know the combination.
You've cased the joint pretty well, haven't you?
Sure, it's just like I told you. It's a set. An open and shut case. You know your luck was in when you ran into me. It's Providence, that's what it is. Providence.
Any more questions?
Let's have another look at that drawing. I want some special equipment.
Oh, Henry will get you all the equipment you need. You better make a list out now.
Yeah, have my book.
Hi.
Hello, Jean. This is Fred Martin. He's joining us.
Hello.
How are you?
I shan't be long. I'm just going to take my hat off.
You are? You may have difficulty getting the drills I've listed. They're special. They're made by Fairbrothers. If you can't get those, get Hercules Diamond Point.
Right. Are you confident you can open this type?
You won't be disappointed. When's it to be?
Soon. Any day now. We're expecting the tip-off. Oh, by the way, you've got a telephone at your place?
Sure.
We'll give Henry the number and stick by the phone every day between 4 and 5. You'll be hearing from us. Oh, and you better fix things so that you aren't missed for a couple of weeks.
All right. Oh, by the way, where is this bank?
For a new boy, you ask a lot of questions. You'll know soon enough. Meanwhile, we'll get the stuff ready and Henry will show you out.
Is that man gone?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure I've seen him before someplace.
Well, it's possible. He drove a cab.
That's it, a cab. He was the driver of the cab that chased us after the raid for those dollars. If it hadn't been for the spikes, he might have got us, too. And you bring him here.
You sure about this?
Of course I'm sure. I got a good look at him talking to the cops as we drove back.
Oh, there's probably nothing in it, just a coincidence.
Oh, don't give me that stuff, George. If he's so copper-hearted he'd risk his neck chasing armed bandits, then we don't want him.
Well, there's no one else who can do it. Anyway, what chance are we taking? He doesn't know anything yet. And if he starts any sort of a squeeze, he can go the same way as Sniffy.
I tell you, I don't like it.
We need him. He's the only one who can blow open a safe for us. Oh, Henry.
Yeah?
Do you know that this man, Martin, was the cab driver who nearly ran down Jean and Williams?
Fred Martin? Oh, you're nuts. How do you know?
Jean recognized him.
If he's so fond of the coppers, he'd so...
Oh, don't you worry. Fred Martin's all right.
Hello, it's the governor.
Did you know that this man Martin was the driver of the cab that chased Williams and me?
Really?
Oh, it was just a coincidence. He's got no reason to love the cops. Why, someone's just tipped off his firm as an ex-con, and he's been sacked.
That could be a put-up job.
It was. I sent the letter. I thought it was my duty as a citizen.
Well, I'll be darned.
Anyhow, Jean may have something of that. Don't give him any details. Tell Tim to keep a tag on him, see where he goes, who he sees. And get one of the others to help him.